Hi there. If you are just joining us on Facebook, we are here live in the classroom and we're having a great time so far. I haven't caused any ruckus. I haven't gotten anything inky on my fingers, but trust me, this is going to get messy. So there's lots of different names for it, but the most common is the Joseph coat of many colors technique. And it's new to me. It may not be new to you. And my style may be a little different than somebody else's, but we're going to give it a shot. So the first thing you want to do is, this is one that I did this afternoon. And of course, it's perfect for falling leaves with us in Vermont. We are kind of behind in our colors. And we're just now starting to get the coat of many colors. Joseph's coat of many colors is the one that I have seen it as, Shelley. But we are just starting our colors. The trees have not all turned. We have some yellows and no brilliant reds this year. It's really late. So anyway, that's what this was kind of like. So that's why I thought of using the stamp from Colorful Seasons. Okay, so this has this great leaf stamp in it. Has lots of other things that we probably could use, but we're going to go with that one for tonight. So the first thing you want to do is pick out 3 or 4 pretty bright colors. And because I'm thinking I'm going to do the fall leaves, I'm going to go with Real Red, Crushed Curry, and Lemon Lime Twist. And you're thinking, wait, where's the orange? Remember, if I mix red and yellow, I get orange. Okay? So there's that. The next thing you're going to want, and I have some that I used earlier, but I'm going to start fresh with you so that you can see what it looks like. You're going to take one of the sponges. You can also use the little daubers if you like that, but you're just going to cut off a piece. Now I have 3 colors, so I'm going to do 3 pieces. So where the little point of the cheese is, that's where you're going to hold, and then this is what's going to go into the ink. All right, so I'm going to put you aside because you're for the next one. And we're going to open up our ink. So we've got Lemon Lime Twist. We have Real Red. And we have Crushed Curry. Okay? All right. Oh, shoot. I just dropped the dauber. That's all right. We'll have to deal without it. All right. So first thing we're going to do. Oh, this? You like this? Me too, Debbie. I just got them. They're from Stampin' Up! As well. And they're great because they have the inches and the centimeters so that you can figure out what you're doing. You've got your grid lines to help you stamp. We'll talk about these a little bit more. I'm just using it tonight to stay clean, but I'll talk about these and I'll put the link up for you so that you can find some if you want some. I love them. Okay, I just got them too. So Real Red first. And we're going to daub a little bit of that. Now, in theory, it shouldn't get on you, but I somehow managed to get them under all of my fingernails earlier. And you're going to just do a little bit of Real Red. And some Lemon Lime. I'm going to need some more. And some Crushed Curry. And notice if I go into this one, into the Real Red with the Crushed Curry, I also get some orange. And if I go this way, I can kind of bring them together, get some variation. All right. It's kind of fun to just play with these. If you need a little extra, hold it down a little bit longer and you get a deeper color. Right? Just keep rubbing them on in. And I need a little bit more yellow down here. So anyway, just kind of cover the whole thing. I think this looks pretty just the way it is, to be perfectly honest. Then you're going to close up your ink so they don't dry out on you. And you kind of want to hold on to your ink pads because you might want to do them again. Again, you can't duplicate anything exactly the same. And then the next piece of this is you're going to take your embossing buddy and you're going to go over the top of it. And then, and no, it doesn't get on your embossing buddy. And then you're going to take your Versamark and you're going to stamp on here what stamp you chose. So I'm going to use, this is the leaf from Colorful Seasons. Remember? And now you can do it a couple of different ways. You can kind of stamp off the side, and so you just get part of it. You can stamp in the middle. Versamark, remember, is a clear watermark ink. So you're looking at this thinking, she's not doing anything. But I'll show you how it's going to come out so that you can actually see it. You're going to want to cover that up because it will dry out. And can you see, if I kind of tip it, you can kind of see the glitter, the glisten, I mean, of the watermark ink. There it is. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to get my embossing powder, and I'm going to use clear embossing powder. Again, not going to show up very much for you guys, but you watch and it'll look cool when we're done. And I'm just going to sprinkle this over the whole thing, and you're thinking, oh, she's wasting all of that powder. Nope, I'm going to pour it back in when I'm done. All right, so then I'm just going to make sure that I get this all over everything, not my thumb. Kind of make sure that everything's covered. You can kind of scoop it up a little. Make sure that you've got embossing powder on everything. Looks pretty good. You're going to take this and pour it back in the jar. Now, I've done this before and I've dumped it all over the entire table. Forgot to put the cover on, made a really big mess, so I'm going to make sure I put my cover on, move it out of my way, and then I'm going to turn on my heat gun. I'm also going to let Belle out because she thought she wanted to be here, but she didn't. Come on, Belle, let's go. Come on, Belle, let's go. Bye. I tried to tell her she didn't want to stay, but she thought she did. Okay, so turn this on. Remember, you're going to want to heat the gun up a little bit before you start blowing it on your paper. And I'm going to hold it in place with my scissors because it gets hot. And you will see it start to change. There it goes. Again, still doesn't show you very much, but you wait, we're gonna make the magic happen here. Can you see the glimmer of where the ink is? See, it's kind of shiny there. Right, it's going to work as a resist, and I'm going to put ink on top now, and it's not going to take where that was. All right, so let's watch. I'm going to see if I can grab that crazy, I said I dropped the, oh, I can see it. Hold on just a second. I'm down here under the table, but if my arm is long enough, I can reach it. Oh, good. I dropped the dauber that I wanted to use, but I got it. Okay, dauber retrieved. So now I'm going to take a nice dark early espresso. And you're thinking, really? What are you going to do with that? Don't you like how I can tell what you're thinking tonight? So I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put my dauber on my finger. And I'm going to go over this. Now you can also use a foam roller. But look at what we get. It's a foam brayer. I'll show you, I'll have the link to that too. I don't have one. I have seen the directions and it's not, just a little less messy than what I'm doing. And a little more even, but I kind of like this. I also have done it with just another one of the sponges. You tend to get a little messier with that. Now you can see where I hit my thumb into that leaf. Honestly, I'm not hysterical about it because I'm going to make sure I put something over it. But one of the problems with doing this all over with all the embossing, it's tough to find something to pick up and not touch where your inks are, and you can't see them. So my thumb touched and hit the embossing powder. It's also harder to see on this than it is on when you're doing regular embossing, heat embossing on something. But see how that brings out, so what shows now is where the heat embossing colors were. So you get to see all the colors through, right? But I kind of like this, that you can still sort of see the shading of the colors that were underneath. But that's how you get dirty. So when you get done and you get your ink all on where you want it, you then take a paper towel and you're going to wipe it off. And what that's going to do is just make this part pop. You see the ink is just kind of sitting on top of that embossing where we've embossed. And you just kind of rub it around. It almost looks like leather. Isn't that cool? Even my boo-boo, I'm not going to go nuts over it. Right? Super cool. So now if I put this together on the front of a card, I could just cover that up with something. Remember, this Colorful Seasons comes with matching and coordinating dies. So you cut the thinlits. So I could cut those babies out. Where is the leaf? Here's the leaf. I could cut that out and pop that on top of something. So it's not necessarily this whole page. If I wanted to do a whole series of just these leaves and then use them on something else, right? Really cool. So that's doing it. Colorful Seasons, fall, kind of predictable about what you would think. What about if we tried something a little bit different? So we have these two looks, right? Really cool. What about, let's try another piece. This time we're going to try some different colors though. We're going to take Bermuda Bay, Calypso Coral, and Daffodil Delight, okay? Are going to be our three colors on the bottom. Perfect Plum is going to be my top color. And we are going to stamp our really cool fish. All right, so let's do our colors. I'm going to use new sponges clearly because I don't want to use the same one. Remember, these sponges come 3 in a pack. They're really affordable. And they work great for things like this. This is from the non-messy crafter here. I didn't like to get messy or gooey, and I love this technique, so I guess I'm over my messiness. If it really bugs you, you can use rubber gloves, and then you wouldn't have to worry. But it does wash off eventually. When I wash my hair in the morning, it'll be gone. I did clean my nails a little so I don't look quite so gross when I came in here. Okay, so let's put our colors in. This is going to give us a different look because it's more pastel-y. Right? You want kind of a good wet ink pad, so you might need to do some refills. See how that kind of goes into the yellow and makes a really cool blend? And then you get your orange out of it. And the more you rub, the better your color goes in. That's how you end up getting it on your fingers because you push really hard to rub it. And then this one is my Bermuda Bay. Oh, I want some more yellow first. Hold on. Okay, let's see what those guys do. Now, a lot of people take their sponges, put each one in a small baggie and label it so that you know. The only trick to these is keeping the color with the ink pad. So if you think you want to do more than one of these, you can grab like little Ziplocs or just a little clear plastic bag, drop it down in, and you can even label what it is so then you'll have it. And you can keep your sponges. Some people throw all the sponges together, but then you don't know what you've got. So I think it's important. You can wash them too, but not worth the effort for me. So I think it's important to keep them separate like this in case you want them again. Any kind of the little snack bags work too. Exactly. Susan's typing and I look up and she typed what my mouth was saying. Yes, the snack size Ziplocs work great too. Yep, and then you have yours. You know, and then you have this whole little collection to use later. But it's just remembering which ones they are. So you're going to want to write on the bag what you used. All right? Okay, so now while this is dry, I'm then going to grab my Stampin' Buddy. And I'm going to go over this. And then I'm going to grab my Versamark. Oops, sorry, I just woke everybody up. And my fish. I don't know which one. I kind of like the idea of doing a couple different things. So maybe I'll do the weeds and I'll do this fish. This is my favorite fish. So we'll get some different looks. We'll see what they look like. I haven't done this one before, so we'll see. Maybe we like it, maybe we don't. So I'm going to put the fish up here. I think I wiggled that a little too much. Let's try again. And flip you on the back. room there? I think I might have room in the middle. It's hard to remember what you've got. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'm going to bring my paper back. And I'm going to try not to touch anything, make a mess. And sprinkle profusely and generously. This is a little bit easier to see than the dark colors were. Kind of flick off the excess. Okay. Pour the remainder back in the container. And then we're going to grab our heat gun and we're going to try again. See them start to turn. Fishy, fishy. We didn't have enough ink on this one down here. Ouch. I will tell you that my production of heat embossing in class is never that great. This is one of those projects that you do kind of have to pay attention to what you're doing and take your time, not rush through. But anyway, I wanted you to see a second one. Okay. And then I don't have another sponge dauber, so I'm going to take my Perfect Plum and I'm going to use a sponge. And I'm going to stick my hand in one of these plastic bags so maybe I don't end up with Perfect Plum under my nails. I probably will. These are the bags that I use when I send you kits and stuff, the little pieces. That's what these are for. All right, so there's our Perfect Plum. And we're just going to rub this on. I haven't tried these colors before either, so we'll see what happens. I have ordered the foam brayer, so I'll show you how that looks. It'll be more even when you do that. I still like this idea though. I'm not hating this. And I'm kind of keeping it lighter. I'm not, because I like the colors showing underneath a little bit. This one looks almost neon, like when you go to the aquarium and they have those kind of lights on the fish. get in there. I think my favorite is the grass. Okay. So, a different look, but I really like it too. What do you think? Are you going to be trying this one? Melanie, look how dirty I am. Some of my Cricut people are going to wonder what has happened to me. I used to complain. I know, I do like the fish too. I love those colors. And they look like what you see in the aquarium. And now, particularly if you put this on a lighter color background. Hold on, let me put my purple away. Like if we pick up, what did we use in there? We used Calypso Coral. So if I pick up my Calypso Coral background, which is right here, I organized all my papers, now I can't find anything. Right, Stampin' Mist will clean me up. Jeannie says I've gone to the dark side. I have. Look how that looks. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love, love, love it. It picks up the color. So cool. And really, it's simple. It's not complicated. It's not difficult to do. Even with my boo-boos, I'm still liking it. It really does. Double matting this. Oh gosh, I got to finish this card then. Just in case yours can't, I'm not going to show you what's inside, but did you get your paper pumpkin today? Mine came today. It's so cool. I'm not opening it, not yet. But we'll be doing paper pumpkin soon. It's super heavy too. Really cool. Remember, October, November, coordinate, work together, but you can do either one. So if you didn't do October and you want to do November, and I think if they have any left, they may put the October ones on sale. They won't be a surprise though, because you'll see them. But I'll let you know how that's going. Well, thanks for coming, everybody. No, my Easy Press did not get here yet. I think it says shipping on, actually today. I have to go look. I've been busy now. I didn't log in, so I don't know what the deal is. Bye, Facebook friends. Oh, it's in the mailbox? Yeah, I can't wait to go check it out. I'm dying to see what they look like.